I'm watching the moons playing it close. SOD, super soap. Rainy days.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Zay Talks. I'm checking back in with you guys real quick, right? It's been a cool little week, comfortable little week, okay? And I tried to remind you guys to not get too excited and to, stay locked in, evaluate our team thoroughly. Don't allow yourself to be caught off guard and super disappointed like last season. Let's really take our team for what it is. Let's really dive in and look at the things that we need to fix. And that's what I'm going to hit on this video as far as what I think I would love to see from our team this weekend versus New Orleans Saints. And I want to talk about what you guys should also expect to see this weekend as we face the New Orleans Saints. But first, I want to say thanks for clicking on the video. Please like and subscribe. We're starting to move up a little bit. We got football season. It's kicking off. I expect it to be a great year, both for the channel, both for Cowboy fans, and I'm super excited about it. But let's get to square one, right? You guys know I don't sit and I don't pre-record. Of course I pre-record, but I don't pre-write down what I'm going to talk about. I don't have a plan. I really just have things on my mind, and I come and sit in front of the camera and freestyle this thing. So bear with me. But what I want to see from our team this upcoming weekend, again, is I want to see a clean game. It's not too often that we've been able to sit and watch our team complete a clean game. Okay, there's always penalties. There's always an ugly quarter, an ugly couple drives. Even last year, the year before, when we were blowing these teams out, there were still penalties there, right? And I am going to beat the dead horse. I am going to sit here and harp on that every single video. And whoever doesn't want to hear about it, you don't have to keep watching, because I'm not letting go of the penalties problem, because it's not letting go of us. It hasn't let go of us since Mike McCarthy became the coach, okay? I can sit here and be rah-rah guy. Anybody who knows me knows I know how to be a rah-rah guy for the Cowboys, even if I don't believe what I'm saying. But I'm not going to do that for the content creation. I'm going to keep it real authentic. I'm going to be real about it, okay? And this game will be closer than it needs to be if we have more penalties. The Cowboys have a bunch of penalties in the high-pressure games. We really have a bunch of penalties in trap games, in games that we expect to easily win. That is when we really ramp up the penalties. So what I want to see this weekend is I want to see the Cowboys go out and play a clean football game. Low penalties, low turnovers. It's football, so some penalties will happen. Turnovers shouldn't happen, but it is football. So, no team's going to be perfect, but you can improve. You don't have to be perfect, but you can improve. And I haven't seen the Cowboys put any emphasis on fixing the penalties. Okay, we watched Micah and CD talk about this in the offseason. They said they were going to take charge and step up as leaders to not let this kind of thing happen. So I'd like to see them do so. I'd like to see them be the ones to prevent us from being such a highly penalized team, since our head coaches are going to do it. And our owner's not putting pressure on the head coach to do it. Okay, now I don't see us losing this game in either scenario, but what I can see is either we play a clean game and blow these guys out, or I can see this being a closer game than it should be, and eventually we pull away. But I don't think the New Orleans Saints are ready for us. I don't think they can handle us. I think we have way too much talent for them. But it does not matter how much talent you have as a football team. If you're undisciplined, if you're getting illegal formations, if you're getting holding calls on kick returns, those are the little things that keep teams that are inferior to you in the game longer than it should be. And then what happens? Then all the Cowboys in the sideline, they don't have to have their phones in their hand to feel the chatter. They don't have to have their phones in their hand to hear the noise. Okay, they're going to be feeling it quickly. If that game is closer than it should be, or if we find ourselves down when we know we shouldn't be, then that's when we are in trouble, because now the Cowboys are having to play catch-up football, which is when nerves become a factor, which is when worrying about the wrong things become a factor. That's when the players start worrying about what's being said about them. That's when they start worrying about having to deal with the Cowboy haters. Okay? We don't have a coach that keeps them blind to that type of thing. Okay, somebody like a Mike Tomlin or a Bill Belichick, they're going to keep their players focused on football. Whereas I think the Cowboys, they are allowed for their brains to wander off and wonder about what people are talking about. I mean, go on social media yourself. When you go after a Cowboy game, there's times where before I even made it to Twitter to celebrate the win, we got people who were starting, like starters, or on Twitter tweeting already. And it's like, I have no issue with it, but it's just a sign that they are very, very locked in with what social media says about them. So the Cowboys, we have to put ourselves in a position to not be uncomfortable. So how do you do that? You come out, you start strong, you enforce the running game again, you get Dak and CD going, get Dak some easy passes, build up his confidence, because then he starts taking shots downfield, and then we can bust this thing open. Now, if we start having a bunch of penalties at the beginning of the game, you guys better buckle up, because it's going to be a long Sunday, much longer Sunday than any of us anticipated on being. But that's about it for this video, because fun fact, I was getting ready to go to the gym and I realized my headphones were dead. So I said I might as well charge them a little bit, shoot a quick video, let you guys know what I thought about this game, let you know what I think you should be looking for this upcoming game. Okay, if we win by 30 points, but we have a bunch of penalties, be excited, but also be a little alarmed, just like I suggested last week. Okay, don't let that ruin your happiness. But us as fans, we have to raise awareness for this. We can't sit back and let our team, with all this talent, penalty after penalty after penalty, games away, and lose, breaking our hearts again. Okay, these are controllable things. This is not Dak Prescott not being able to be Pat Mahomes. Okay, this is not Trevon Diggs not being able to turn into Darrelle Revis. This is a team that just needs to be disciplined and play by the rules and practice the right way. And I think all of us as fans will get what we deserve. And I know for a fact that Micah Parsons agrees. I know for a fact that CeeDee Lamb agrees. And if those two agree, who else does it really matter? Because I've seen those two guys go on TV and say exactly what I have on record saying way back in the beginning of 2023. I'm on the camera. Yeah, I was getting about 15 views a video. I'm still not getting much higher yet. But I was on camera saying, look, nothing matters if we're getting penalties. Nothing matters. And the real football savants understand that. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I've been on a lot of football teams. I've had a lot of football coaches. The past 5 years of my college career, I had a different coach every single season, a different head coach, a different position coach. There was not one time in my whole college career that I ever had the same coach back-to-back years. Okay, so I know about different coaching styles, and I know what different coaches can do, and I know where a coach lacks and how you can see that reflected on a football team. And McCarthy lacks the discipline area. They're not scared of him. No one feels like they have to straighten up their tie when Coach McCarthy comes in their room. They look at him as the substitute teacher that they were told by the big boss that they had to listen to. Okay, that's how they look at Mike McCarthy. It's either that or they look at him like, well, we have to have somebody. We need a head coach. So that's our guy, so we're going to give him that respect because that's who's in the position to be it, and we need a coach. Okay, he's not somebody that's earned that from them. Yeah, he wins games, but we have a very talented team. Talent can win you some games, but penalties can lose you some games. This is Zay Talks. I'm going to get my headphones. I'm going to head out to the gym. I hope you guys have a good night. Please like and subscribe again. I don't think I'll post again before we play on Sunday, but I will play a post after. All right, and hopefully it's a fun, happy vibe video with low penalties. Thank you guys for watching. Zay Talks out.